hope and pray to Srila Prabhupada, to Srila Narayana Maharaj, I hope and pray that to the best of my ability, I present something in the correct manner. And I stand welcoming any corrections or anything like that. I stand. Now, the subject matter is pretty essential. Okay, now, Brahma, he has presented us the whole line. In that line, we have the Gayatri Mantra. Now, our Gayatri Mantra has a mood of Gaudiya. And that's important to recognize. Our Gayatri Mantra has a mood of Gaudiya. The Gayatri Mantra, within that Gayatri Mantra, Varenyam is like it's a place where you decide, the individual, where the individual decides how he wants this to be directed. To whom should it be directed? And how should it be directed? First in the Gayatri Mantra, you establish who you are. Oh, here I am, Shonaka. I'm sitting in Vrindavan. Here, Om Bhuvah, Svah. This you're trying to establish. Then you're trying to establish a communication in a certain mood. You want to establish a communication in a certain mood, and then you ask for the light to come to help you establish this connection. Now, Srimad Bhagavatam, it does talk about Brahma and everything, and it does say that he heard something within his heart, and I have to specify that, within his heart, because he is presented as a person that he can't see anything, he doesn't know where he is, and he's going to sit down and contemplate. So he's not hearing here, he's hearing here in the heart. And the only reason why he's able to do that is because Paramatma has come up the umbilical cord of that lotus, and he entered into his heart. And he's able to hear. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Tapa. That's all he heard. But Brahma expands that in the Brahma Samhita to specify that he heard Kling Krishnaya Govinaya Gopijana Vavaya Swaha. So that is actually part of our Gaudiya Gayatri Mantra. But the introduction, this Gayatri Mantra, in the introductory, Varenyam is a very important aspect. How do you want to? This is personalized. How do I want to? So, I could, in general, this means Vishnu, in a very general sense. Or, it could mean Krishna. I'm directing myself to Krishna. I want to communicate with Krishna. Now, there's no need for me to be introspective to understand that very difficult for me to get Krishna's attention. Very difficult. Impossible. That's it. Of course, possible is a word I shouldn't even use, but still, for me, it's impossible. So, who am I going to look for? Who is that Varenyam that I am wanting to look for? This is where I have the liberty. This is where you can speak out. You can say what you feel. Our Gayatri Mantra is not enclosing us. It's very open. It's individually open. Still, we need some guidance because we're not perfected in this. So, why not direct our Varenyam to Radharani? But let's see, there's different aspects of Radharani. She even goes by different names. So there's one aspect that I've said many times that Bhaktivinoda Thakur would like to see. He would like to see Radharani when all the personalities came to Kurukshetra for the eclipse of the sun. And in that time, also, Radha and the gopis came. So at that point, Radha is begging anyone to help her. She is begging anyone to help her to take Krishna back to Raj. If you go deep, it's very heart-touching. But she's not looking around saying, oh, you're qualified, you're not qualified. No, she's asking anyone to help her. So that would be a beautiful Ishtadev of your Gayatri Mantra. I'm directing it to Radharani and Kurukshetra in that mood. But even deeper, there's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in his Gambhira, and his mood in Puri, that would even be so much wonderful. He's in that mood of Radharani. He's trying to taste that mood of Radharani. And he would be a perfect Ishtadev for your Gayatri Mantra. Because he's asking for help. But if one examines Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he still had duties. Even within Puri, he had duties. He couldn't be in the Gambhira, 24/7, 365. No. He had only a certain time to be in the Gambhira. So, his Gambhira was limited in some ways. His mood of separation. Yet, Vishnu Priya, If I say Sri Vishnu Priya, that Sri is indicating Laxmi Priya. So I'm not leaving out Laxmi Priya. She is there supporting Vishnu Priya. This is presented in a conversation where Mahaprabhu points that out. At that time, Dheemahi Pandit, he presents it out to Srivas and Advaitacharya. He makes this stance that Lakshmi Priya is there as Sri, supporting Bhur, Vishnu Priya. So, Vishnu Priya's Gambhira, you can say that it was more than 24 hours, 365 more. It was continuous. It was continuous. And her Gambhira, his Gambhira was 24 years. Her Gambhira was much more. There's debate on when she did disappear. She did disappear before Narottam Das Thakur's great Kachari festival. She did disappear before that. But there's no really strict date when she disappeared. And some people even say that she was 60 years old. That's a long time. It's a long time, even after Mahaprabhu left. She wasn't worshipping Dhameshwara. That Dhameshwara deity was made after Mahaprabhu left, under his instructions. Before that, she was worshipping the family deities. Jagannath Mishra's deity was Sri Ram, Lakshman, Ram, and Sita. And there was Radha and Krishna. And of course, Gauranga was there. And then just the shoes of Mahaprabhu were there. So for 24 years, that's her worship. After Mahaprabhu left, she was ordered to make Dhameshwara. Then she made him. So here we have Vishnu Priya. And we are at liberty. Understand, we are not confined. We are at liberty to try to feel for Vishnu Priya's Gambhira, her separation. And in this way, my seva is like a sift. It's full of holes. My seva is full of holes. So if I was to try to present it to Krishna, oh my Lord. But if I present my seva to Vishnu Priya, and Vishnu Priya has two dedicated servants, Amita and Kanchana. So I present it to them, but for Vishnu Priya. So I'm presenting my Varariam is Vishnu Priya, and I'm presenting her, and I'm giving her my seva. Please do something with this. Whatever you can do with this, please do something to this and present it. there is just there's just no way to understand the blessings, the benedictions that are given upon us. I can't even understand why such a blessing would come upon me. So, in all this, I'm saying, I'll take a risk. I'll take a risk. No, it's not that much of a risk, because it's there. In this Kali Yuga age, I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk that even if the person that is listening to this, even if not chanting, doesn't even know anything about Krishna, and is just being introduced, you take that Gayatri Mantra. You look for the mood of Vishnu Priya, and you ask her to please accept your seva and to purify you. I have I have faith, not faith. I know that if you just start getting connected with the Hare Krishna mantra and with the Gayatri Mantra, that Krishna will send somebody qualified. Because this guy is not qualified. I'm just pointing the direction. Somebody will come along qualified, but take that Gayatri Mantra. And you just want a little bit to reinforce it. Go to YouTube and listen to Srila Prabhupada doing the Gayatri Mantra. When he put that out, he was giving Gayatri Mantra to his devotees that he could not go to. He used that medium. And at the end of that tape, there was a statement by him. When possible, hear it from a qualified person. When possible. And if it doesn't come in this lifetime, then still do it. So he put out the Gayatri Mantra. He put it on tape. He gave it out. So go to the YouTube. Hear Srila Prabhupada say it. My pronunciation is not correct. His pronunciation is correct. Hear it from him. And do the Gayatri Mantra. Get involved. And in time, you will be able to connect with somebody who is qualified. Don't wait. Like I said, even if you're just seeing this and just hearing me say this, you look it up. Go to the description. It's right there. The one part. The Gaudiya Gayatri Mantra has many parts to it, but at least take that one part that is described there. And then you certainly will be making some advancement as much as you can. And take that heartfelt mood of Vishnu Priya, the wife of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She's left alone. And she's asking everybody to help her connect with Mahaprabhu. Nimai Pandit. Her Nimai Pandit. She wants her Nimai Pandit. So it's there. It's open. Yeah. I'll even tell, because you got to deal with the caste brahmanas and everything. Vivekananda, Vivekananda. He lived just before the end of the and you would say 1900s. Let's see, 1887, I think it was. He came to Chicago. So that person, Vivekananda, in the line of Ramakrishna, he took the boldness, and it took boldness back then, to present the Gayatri Mantra to non-Brahmanas. Before that, a non-Brahmana couldn't chant the Gayatri Mantra. You better watch out. So, since Ramakrishna has got such a big society, and since he opened the door up for the Gayatri Mantra to us non-Brahmanas, or not, I know I'm doing okay. I don't really need that, but if somebody is in the culture, Vedic culture and everything, they can see that it was also done by Vivekananda and Ramakrishna. They had opened it up, the Gayatri Mantra, for non-Brahmanas. So, it's there. Have confidence. Take that Gayatri Mantra, chant it as best as you can. And of course, chant Hare Krishna. But chant it as best as you can. And when a person that you see as qualified comes, listen to them and serve them. But don't. You take the first step. Because nowadays it's getting rough. And better to just take the first step. And the Gayatri Mantra is a very strong mantra. Very strong mantra. And it can help out in so much. I hope that was presentable. Now, this is not a being done for some following or something like that. No. This is just being done to give information out that I feel should be given out. This is not to say that, oh, you don't need a qualified guru. They are my guides. Yeah, they are my guides. So I would never think in that way. At least dive in and take advantage of it. It's a lot of mercy. It's not a little mercy. It's a lot of mercy.